Welcome to week number. What are we on at this point? 7, 8,
Let's
8, I think.
let's just say 6, 7.
Please don't. As a math teacher, I just cringed. But anyways, moving on. Welcome to Oswego as our first race here with our super late models. Oswego is in New York, probably not too far from a handful of our competitors here in the super late model division here.
We actually raced a street stock in Oswego, New York in the late 90s. It was asphalt time.
I feel like this is one of those tracks, kind of like what they did to Bristol. Is every once in a while, they take the dirt off it and it's an asphalt,
Yeah.
and they put the dirt back on it. Because I think even iracing has both configurations. But looking here at lap times, it looks like, to absolutely zero surprise probably to anybody, as he kills the inside wall there. Nick Anderson, Rod piles in. Nick Anderson is our quickest with a 17.355, followed by Brandon Buterbaugh with a 17.416, and then Michael Lake at 17.504 is our top three. I feel like we're missing a couple.
Oh, we got 11 on the board tonight.
I don't see Yetter. He's kind of been hit and miss this season.
We do have the 151 of Colby Kimbrough back with us. Just a first showing this year for Colby.
It might be the second or third showing in the last 2 years.
All right. I knew we've seen him a couple times last year for sure, but the 151 of Colby Kimbrough back with us.
Good to see him here on track.
I don't see Mitch Styles.
Yep. I was just going to say that too.
Yetter. Austin Barr is here.
Did Todd make his way on? Nope. Todd
Not yet.
Was struggling with the iracing update that occurred today, so maybe he'll get registered here. He's got about 5 minutes, looks like.
Yep, 4:55.
We still got a little bit of time here. So, said no Todd, no Levi. I don't see Nolan. He's hit or miss with his work schedule.
Yep.
Blaze is there. Buterbaugh's there. Wright is there. I don't see Randy Rockwell.
Nope.
One of our mid-season additions. So yeah, missing a few drivers, because if everybody shows, we have 16 drivers on the roster for the super late models. That is our highest stacked field overall.
So Oswego is not a track that a lot of you might be familiar with, like Smealstead. It's in New York State, 0.63 of a mile. It's got a lot of character. I've only ever been here just a few times. I think just in some practice races we may have done, but I think I've ever actually had a competitive race here.
Was our final race last year.
Okay.
So it was the last race of the season, and I believe in the super late models, wasn't it Daniel Collins that came away with a win after an on-track tussle between Nick and Tyler?
Might have been. Now that you say that, yeah. No, Daniel picked up one late, and it was right place, right time sort of thing. Nonetheless, he got a win, not taking that away from him. But
He was another one that kind of went the same direction you did. Got a win, but got it late in the season.
yeah, we got about 2.5 minutes remaining here in our test session. Feature will be 70 laps here tonight. And at 2 heat races, 8 laps piece.
Sorry, Tyler. Slowed a little more than I thought.
Looks like we have a fancy Christmas themed. Trying to look at the little closer here on the 24 of Brandon Booterball.
We had kind of joked around before the broadcast went live, asking if there was a tree strapped to the top of the car like we saw in one of the dome wraps here this year. He's definitely sporting the red and green. I see a lot of Christmas lights across there, and
Yeah,
it's like
cool
a
to see.
little snowman peeking through in front of the rear tires. We'll have to see. I know this was a track with the modifieds that had quite a few drivers that if you catch the wall in 3 and 4 just right, you'll actually exit stage right or stage left, technically, I think. But anyways, you can remove yourself from the racing surface very quickly. Looking here at our lap times, it's our usual here. We have just over 4/10 of a second going from
First
just
to
under
11th.
5/10.
Yeah.
So just under half a second, first to last. You know, it's one of those that, I mean, heck, from third of 15.705 or 17.504. Jesus. Apparently I can't read. So a 17.504, a 17.563 is 8th. So you figure
Lincoln of Eye.
600ths between third and 8th. It's
makes for some tight racing.
Oh, absolutely. So we are wrapping up our warm-up session here, so we'll see where the pill draw gods place some of these guys. Oh boy.
Yeah. Surprise,
First
surprise.
First one I see, top of the board's going to be our fastest guy in practice here, the 54 of Nick Anderson. On his outside will be, I believe, the only one of our 3 newcomers that has made every start since they joined. That would be the 43 of Dominic Wright.
Inside row 2, we'll see the 66 of Rod Merritz. Outside of Rod in the 27, Michael Lake.
And in our third and final row here in heat race number 1, we'll see the 24 of Brandon Booterbaugh and the 15 in that all black Mustang will be Austin Barr.
Super late models brought to us by Harrison Brothers Welding and Fabrication. We'll also have oval track specialties for our caution, elevated outdoors hot pit, Newcomb Automotive hard charger, backroad powder coating Victory Lane, Smeel Racing Design, white flag, 1 lap to go. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Our Instigator League.
They're making their way through 3 and 4. Pace truck should duck off here to the paved inner oval here. I'm sorry, they were making their way through 1 and 2, making their way through 3 and 4 now. Green flag at the ready, and there it is. We'll send them off on the loud pedal into turn 1. Nick's going to take a pretty commanding lead here right off the bat. Rod Merritt's will slide into that second place position as we have a 3-car battle here for second between Rod, Michael Lake, and Brandon Buterbaugh. Rod will hold on to that second place position at the end of lap 1. As Lake throws a slider, Rod crosses him over. Got some side-by-side battling here. It's definitely one of those tracks that, like you mentioned, it has quite a bit of character. The track does get rough. It's one thing that you'll see these cars bouncing quite a bit, especially down the front stretch.
Yeah, a lot of bounce.
This track does have what almost feels like ruts going down that front stretch, and it doesn't take much to catch a bounce at the wrong time and to really upset the car. See, everybody's kind of single filed out here. Nick's got himself about a 3.5 second lead now.
Rod Merritt catches the wall there a little bit. Allows Michael Lake to pull away, get some of that pressure off.
Ooh, I thought Buterbaugh was going to throw a slider, but he left the lane for Rod. It definitely got tight there very quickly.
Boy, the way they're running this high line here already in the heat race, they're going to have that cushion pushed up right against the wall here come feature time.
Yeah, that's definitely the danger zone. So we'll have to see if we have any
spoilers we have to pick up off the track tonight.
See how many oval track specialties cautions we have due to debris on the racing surface, or how many people take the quick shortcut from turns 3 and 4 to pit road. These guys are already up, beating that wall down in 3 and 4. That's the other thing, as we just saw Rod do it. Doesn't take much to do the opposite and catch that inside wall. So it's not one of those tracks that you really have a lot of leeway, high side or low side. You catch the wall the wrong way on the inside, you're going to rip off that left front bat wing. You catch it the wrong way on the outside, you're going to rip the spoiler. As we see the end of heat race number 1. If you want to go through the rundown on that finishing order.
We'll give the win to the 54 of Nick Anderson, followed by Dominic Wright, Rod Merritt, Michael Lake, Buterbaugh, Austin.
I think you might have been looking at the grid.
I was looking at the grid. My bad. Nick Anderson won that race. Everybody else finished right behind Nick. Heat race number 2. We'll see the 151 Colby Kimbrough's pin. Outside of Colby will be the 96 of Tyler Ruggie.
Inside row number 2 will be the 26 of Daniel Collins, our last winner here at this track in the Super Late Model Division. And on his outside, a man who probably is still riding the high from 2 weeks ago, picking up his first win in a while here in the Super Late Models, the 94 of Chad Ruggie.
Rounding out our field in the 25 is Blaze Harrison. So our finishing order of that heat race was Nick Anderson, Michael Lake, Brandon Buterbaugh, Rod Merritt, Austin Barr, and Dominic Wright.
Some new looks here. Buterbaugh had that new Christmas themed wrap. Blaze Harrison has a new wrap, rocking some, I don't know if I should call that neon yellow, green. It's kind of that PennDOT kind of color. And then Colby Kimbrough, the first time we're seeing him here in a sharp looking 151 with the the black, that kind of same neon green and the pink.
Yeah,
So making
yep.
their way through. 3 and 4 waiting for the green flag.
Green, green.
Ooh,
Big old start.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think Colby might have forgot the procedure since it's
yeah. We go on green, not on the leader. For our initial start, we go on the flagman,
He's
and
a
you
little
start
out.
after that. Yeah, he's out of practice. We'll give him a mulligan for the first one. I seen Tyler Rugy didn't fire whatsoever, and got a little.
Yeah. Tyler definitely wasn't expecting him to take off that early. And if anything, the fact that Tyler didn't go, that kind of emphasized the fact that, our flagman waved it back.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if Tyler goes,
sure.
then
Yeah.
you never know, or
Just
flagman may let that go.
Yeah. I know somebody had confused with Chad Rugy as I seen him get up under the fuel cell there of Tyler, which wondering what the heck was going on there for a second, but no harm, no foul. We'll just re-rack him here and
Thought
go
we were going to
under
have a little
flagman.
Rougy rumble there for a second. So if I recall the rules correctly, Colby will get a warning. If he jumps at a second time, he will move back a row.
Real sharp looking car there, 151 of Colby Kimbrough.
We got a lot of sharp looking cars here. Actually, quite a few of them coming from Nick Anderson with Highline Designs.
Green.
Got a much better looking start here. Everybody's got their dancing partners. We're off into turn 1. Tyler's going to try and use the momentum on the high side, but Chad cut him down and
looking strong on that middle groove there. Chad Rugy battling for that second position.
Chad at this point is going to try and finish as high as he can in the heat race here, try and snag himself a couple points since he's going to have to start from the tail this week. He's right now battling for second place with the younger Rugy. Tyler's got the momentum off the high side going into 1 and 2.
Chad getting a real good drive off that bottom side, though.
Yeah, he really wraps the bottom really well in 3 and 4. Or I'm sorry, 1 and 2.
No, he doesn't. Could have threw one, using the lane there. Continue to battle door to door.
I definitely think Chad's got the advantage in 1 and 2, and he's just kind of got to throw the slider and
boy, if he would
get up in 3 and 4.
Well.
Ooh, Tyler gets a little squirrely. He might clear it here.
Make it work without throwing it, but just follow through and put it up there. He'd take that position away, but he's able to do that with leaving that lane up there for Tyler opportunity to fight back there on the outside.
It might be one of those down our leader. Might be a risk versus reward kind of situation.
Sure, absolutely. You don't exactly know where he is, or if you don't want to park her on their front end, especially in a heat race. But Chad looking to the inside, the leader Kimbrough.
I thought he was going to muscle his way up, but he's going to slide up in front of Tyler, who's going to dive to the inside.
There's not enough room there. Tyler backs off a little bit, keeps her clean.
White flag of the heat race. These guys are racing like it's the last lap of the feature.
Yeah, I really believe Chad had something for our leader, 151 of Colby Kimbrough, but he just got that entry kind of messed up and got way close to the wall and had to just straighten it back up.
So Colby Kimbrough in his first start here of
he's on our roof
of the 2025 campaign.
That was just Chad saying congratulations, welcome back.
Yeah. So Colby Kimbrough will hold on to the top spot in heat race number 2. Chad will move from 4th to 2nd. Tyler will bring home the 3rd and final podium position here in heat race number 2, followed by Blaze Harrison and Daniel Collins. These guys will get a minute here to throw the setups in, kind of get an idea what they're going to do going into that first lap, and kind of go from there. Make sure everyone's got the appropriate amount of fuel, I believe. What's our distance for this one?
70 laps first. 70 laps for supers.
The supers will go from running shotgun in the running order this week to they will start us off next week at the longest event of the year at Oswego with 85 laps.
We'll get our starting grid lined up here for our 70 lap main event. It's going to see the 54 of Nick Anderson starting on the pole outside of Nick in the 151, Colby Kimbrough.
Inside of row 2 will be the 27 of Michael Lake. Michael yields out of Uniontown, Pennsylvania. On his outside, at least temporarily, will be last week's feature winner, Chad Ruggie, out of Clearfield.
Inside row 3, we'll see the 24 of Brandon Booterbaugh. Outside of Brandon in the 96, Tyler Ruggie.
Inside of row number 4 will be the 66 of Rod Merritz. On his outside will be the 25 of Blaze Harrison.
Next row will be the 15 of Austin Barr. Outside of Austin, the 26, Daniel Collins.
And shotgun on the field this evening will be the 43 of Dominic Wright. As we see Chad dropping to the tail, that will move everyone from the second row on the outside back up one row. So we'll trade one Ruggie for another there on the outside of the second row, and everyone else will bump up one spot. All right, take one more lap around here before we set them loose for 70 laps here at Oswego Speedway.
Nobody out there has got to be happy about Nick Anderson's starting position here.
Nope. Never a good sign when you see that 54 start on the pole.
Yeah, no, it's only one person happy with that. That would be him. But long race, anything can happen. Green flag is out. Good start of our front row. Nick Anderson, Colby Kimbrough. Nick Anderson down the low side. Kimbrough in the center. A little bit of contact.
Ooh,
with 27
Kimbrough.
of Michael Lake.
Hold on. That's Michael saying, "Welcome back, young fella."
Yeah, yep. Allows Nick Anderson to jump out to a sizable lead here as we complete lap 1. Nick Anderson 15-20 car lengths bet. Thing is, Nick Anderson had no idea that happened behind him, so not something Nick's going to be able to take advantage of as far as conserve or be able to put that into plan. But
I don't know that conservation is necessarily in Nick's vocabulary.
no, it's he talks about it. He talks
I don't think
about
that's
it.
an Anderson trait.
Yeah.
At least
we
not
talk
one
about
that
it.
you pass to the younger.
Yeah. I like to think sometimes that I'm a conserve, but then after I tell myself it's time to go, I drive harder and end up going slower. So I'm out there, but
A lot of the times, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. We have what looks to be here shortly a 3-car battle here for second. Oh, there's Lake gets crossed up.
Yeah, he drove her in there hard, got into the back of I think he actually got in the back of both cars there in front of him, but our eye on that situation here is Tyler Ruggie in that second position, followed by Blaze Harrison, Michael Lake.
It's just one of those one of those deals. You kind of get your car set up going into the corner, and you might not expect the guy in front of you to run the line that he does,
sure.
or might
Yeah.
not expect them to be off the throttle as much as they are. So you're always trying to guess on what that guy in front of you is going to do, and if you
Sure.
guess wrong, you definitely can put yourself in a bad position. As we're already seeing Nick Anderson drive away here pretty good. He's got about a 4-second lead here on the field. This is something similar we saw, I believe, week 1, where he gapped the field and I'm pretty sure lapped into the top 5, maybe. Ooh, big
hit there, big hit.
And we have our first one exit the ballpark. We had mentioned that if
I was actually watching that car at that time, and boy, he sent it in there, and it. I'm not sure. We'll have to get word back of what happened, but he sent her in there, and then I don't think he ever lifted. I'm sure if we had a technical issue, or nonetheless.
That's one of those. I just think he was kind of going for a big slide job, and he didn't have the grip in the middle of the corner that he thought he would. So he went from second place to sitting in pit road now, likely going to go probably 6-7 laps down if we don't see a caution.
Sure.
So have to see once they get that car retrieved from the outside of the racing service back to the elevated outdoors hot pit, see what they can do, and maybe we'll see him back out on track if we get a yellow here.
A good battle here with second and third place cars of Michael Lake and Tyler Ruggie. Michael Lake with a ton of drive off the bottom. Every now and then Tyler will get that run and get him back, but looks like for now, well, as I say that, here comes Tyler Ruggie back up on the inside of Michael Lake.
Not a battle that we are unfamiliar seeing between those two.
Nope. Seen able to watch many good battles between these two cars. Some up on the wheel driving and some, zero contact and great respect. And we've also seen a lot of sparks fly off each one of these cars together. So,
absolutely, we've seen a lot of sparks fly just off of the right rear up against the wall in the 27 car there, week in, week out. So that's something that before the race we talked to him that he felt he was up against the wall. I looked at him and said, Lake, you weren't even close to the wall compared to what you normally run. He's one that knocks her down. This is like we just saw a handful of laps ago. You can't knock the wall down. It's that catch fence there on the outside doesn't do its job.
We talked earlier about conservation, and now that we're talking about Michael Lake, that's not something we usually use in the same sentences unless we're talking about he does not conserve.
Yeah, the lack of conservation in the 27.
Yeah, yep. The old wreckers or checkers is that mentality right there, and that just makes for some exciting racing sometimes. Most of the time.
Just was looking back through the field and already made his way up to the 5th place position from the tails. Chad Ruggie, he's got himself a hot rod underneath him again this week. So
he's had to pass some good cars to get up there.
Yeah, he's 4th fastest lap times right now on the board. That last time by 3rd fastest. He's quite a bit quicker than those next two in front of him. So if he can maybe get some clean air on that nose, he might be able to start to run down the top two, at least second.
Yeah, he finds himself here in the top 5, and a caution can put the running here.
Something we saw in our Pro Late model race is a late caution with only 3 laps to go. Definitely gave the opportunity, but not a whole lot of change through the field at that point. As Colton Joyner definitely took us to the woodshed.
Yeah.
As we're all groaning up here in the booth.
Yeah. Oh well.
Looking here.
The yellow flag is out.
We do.
Oh, there's a yellow
here.
We were just talking about the chance of an oval track specialties caution, and
I believe we have 43 of Dominic Wright, I believe, is bringing out that caution here on lap 1.
Ooh, yeah, he
Also trying to knock it down, maybe, huh?
yeah, he looked like he might have just caught one of those ruts down the backstretch and car not quite settled. And ooh, there was some contact with Colby Gimbrew. They're coming down the front stretch. That one of those that Dominic was on the outside and Colby didn't leave a lane. Either didn't know he was there or was gonna squeeze him up. But either way, we end up with our first oval track specialties caution of the evening. I'm sure we're going to see Dominic hit the elevated outdoors hot pit if he isn't already.
Oh, yeah, he's
Looks
in
like
there.
he is.
Blaze Harrison, oh, pit exit.
So we've got
Nothing to
Booterbaugh
lose.
is in the hot pit. Kimbrew's in the hot pit. Blaze is able to rejoin. He is 13 laps down. So at this point, his only hope is some other cars end up DNFing at this point. So we'll rack him and stack him. I'd be curious what that's going to do for especially Chad Ruggie. You know,
Right, yeah.
Give him the opportunity to bunch the field back up, see what he can do, see if he might be able to make some moves. As he's, I believe, ultimately right back in the position that he would have been had he not had to take the UL at the start of the race.
Yeah, there was a bunch of cars out there wanted to see that caution, Nick Anderson not being one of them, but Nick had a pretty commanding lead over Michael Lake. Michael Lake was able to pull away from Tyler. Tyler was definitely looking for that caution, and I believe,
Green.
Chad Ruggie would also have to be in that category waiting for that caution, so.
Top
Anderson
five are
continue to roll the bottom here. Michael Lake, complete opposite line here. Now's a great opportunity to see what you have for that 54 car.
Colby Kimbrew pit to repair some of that damage and is already making his way up, battling with Austin Barr and getting by him there for the 7th place position.
See the 27 of Michael Lake now electing to run that bottom line there as Nick was, but not on the opposite end of the track. He's back up to the high side. Tyler Ruggie taking observation of both of these lanes right now, watching Nick Anderson on the bottom and the Lake.
It's one of the advantages that Lake has that Nick doesn't is sometimes it's just a matter of seeing what the guy ahead of you is doing.
Sure, and as you can see, boy, he gets a real good run there coming off the top side there. Elects to throw her back down to the bottom, which, oh boy, he had her tucked up underneath there.
If he can get Nick set up in 1 and 2, I think he might be able to drive around there on that high side. So we'll have to see if Nick hurt him on the outside there. Or...
Yeah. Well, he definitely hurt him up underneath him there. Probably felt like he was right inside, which he just about was. Makes you think, is Nick Anderson going to turn up the wick, or is the wick turning already? That's just one of those things. Is he's going to probably...
Oh, Lake's on the outside.
No,
I didn't think Nick was going to leave him a lane, but...
yeah, I'm not quite sure if Nick Anderson was able to see the front end of that car out the passenger side window, or...
That's one of those that there are quite a few tracks that we've seen.
Big run for Lake.
Oh, they're going to make some more contact. Oh, wow. Take it easy, guys. We got 42 laps to go.
How many laps till we see the 54 of Nick Anderson hop up to the high side here?
Yes. Probably right now.
He's making her work on the bottom there.
We'll see. 3 and 4 is really where Lake has shown his strength on the high side.
Yeah. But take note, I think he's also using that wall as another set of tires.
Absolutely, but it's a fine line between.
Oh, it sure is. It's a
grazing
work of art
it
if you can make it work. Absolutely. Yep. If you can just set it on there and use it, it's great. But like this lap here. Is that NASCAR driver that did that video game move, Ross Chastain?
Yeah, the Hail Melon.
Fastest lap in Bristol Motor Speedway history.
You mean Martinsville?
Martinsville. What'd I say? Bristol.
Bristol.
Same difference, less banking.
Yeah, I can see the same kind of move working at Bristol. Lake looks like he
yeah.
kind of pinches off Nick's line there at the bottom of 1 and 2. Nick's now going to follow suit, the top of 3 and 4.
Some of these spots here, you cannot stick a piece of paper between these two. Put on some good shows in the past, and they're not letting anybody down tonight.
Not much has changed back through the field. Everyone's kind of still running where they were. Colby Kimbrough might have
used to run 5th, Tyler 4th.
Colby might have had a problem. He's dropped back to the tail of the 9 that are still on track, as Dominic Wright still sits in the elevated outdoors hot pit trying to get some repairs on that machine. Austin Barr and Daniel Collins, and we got a yellow.
Out.
Colby Kimbrough, I believe. It's like he just, yeah, I don't know. Might have just sent it in a little too hard, or might have just a little too much weight there in the loud pedal, and it looped around on him. He backed it hard into the wall in 3 and 4. So he will return to the elevated outdoor hot pit. As we'll have to see if Dominic will not make his way back out. He has withdrawn from the session, as well as Blaze Harrison.
Wow.
Not sure what happened to Blaze. He was showing some speed there for a while.
Maybe he just thought 13 laps down really not worth it for him. So we got Michael Lake leading this race over the 54 of Nick Anderson, Rod Merritt's, Tyler Ruggie, Chad Ruggie, Daniel Collins, Austin Barr.
Looks like
see
Blaze had some deja vu and got in too hard in 3 and 4, got into the wall, center through a 360, and decided at that point that he's had enough of Oswego, New York, and at least for this week. And just shows how quickly things can change. You know, especially this is one of those tracks that 3 and 4 especially got to be careful of that wall.
Looks like Colby Kimbrough will make it back out here before we go back to green. Michael Lake will go when he desires here on the restart. Anderson chooses that outside lane for our Delaware.
Green.
Fire, Michael Lake. Rodney Merritt's down on the inside now, gives Nick Anderson a fight for that second position. Nick Anderson.
Yellow flag.
Ooh, I don't think they liked I don't think they like that start. Or we had somebody loop.
Brandon Booterbaugh spins. Yeah. I was gonna say I was watching the start, and I'm not sure. I mean, Michael has the option to fire whenever he feels.
Ooh, Booterbaugh just got in there a little too hot. Had to get on the binders to not get into Daniel Collins, and ended up with a little bit of help from Barr, but not really anything Barr could have done at that point, as
Booterbaugh was blowing up quick. Well, we will re-rack him. Michael Lake leading the field here on lap 36 of 70. Apologize for the squeaks coming out of this voice box tonight. Feeling a little under the weather here tonight with some sinus stuff going on, some throat stuff, but trying to help out Smeal here the best I can. Do we have a pace truck?
It's out there. It's about the entire back straightaway ahead of Michael
Okay.
Lake, so he's
Okay.
given himself lots of room to be able to work with this initial start.
Ready to refire here.
Ooh, Nick might have
told
helped
him to go.
decide
Green,
when
green.
Nick might have decided when he was going more than Michael
Yeah.
decided when he was going.
Yeah, Michael's like, well, I have to go or I'm going to get spun out here, so.
It's like, all
Might have
right, I guess
backfired
here we
just a
go.
little- Yeah, did Nick have to leave off after that? Give Rod Merritt's the opportunity here on the low side to momentarily take over that second position as Nick Anderson feeds himself into the wall, which will allow Rod Merritt's to take over that second spot.
Nick Anderson might drop all the way back to fourth as Tyler Ruggie gets by for the third place position, at least for now. So Nick's looking to the outside here to take back that third place position. So Chad's making a move now. Nick's,
Yeah. I see that 54 car roll in the center there, and that car was, we usually don't see Nick Anderson real sideways, and I'll tell you what, that car is stepping out pretty, for his style, stepping out pretty far. Likes to keep that car as straight as he possibly can, and it's kind of stepped out there. I bet he's definitely fighting a loose condition right now.
That little bobble there between the 54 and the 94 allows Daniel Collins to move up into the top 5 here. It's Booterbaugh who brought out our last cautions, already looking to the outside of Austin Barr for the 7th place position, and hot on the tails of last week's winner Chad Ruggie for 6th. As Michael Lake's got himself a pretty decent lead, but he's not really walking away with it the way that we saw Nick do here earlier in the race.
Yeah. Pan in on Tyler Ruggie right now, and I'll show you what I mean by keeping the car straight and on the bottom there, just driving through all that traction. The car is barely stepping out.
Makes me think of our race at Volusia, actually. It was a matter of who can roll that bottom, and this is a track that shares a lot of characteristics to Volusia. It's definitely a track that it's all about rolling that bottom or all about pushing the cushion out as far as you can. Speaking of pushing the cushion, Booterbaugh already making a move to the outside of the 54 of Nick Anderson. He's looking for 4th place as he's way up in underneath the...
Yeah, you can look at the...
Nick's got Longhorn on the back of that car. So it's definitely risk versus reward. The top side definitely has a lot of speed, but all it takes is one little mistake, getting up too high, and your night's basically done, is what we saw with Blaze Harrison. As Brandon's going to clear here for the 4th place position. We'll see if he can maintain that here through 3 and 4 as he's up in the wall here a little bit. He's knocking the wall down. It's all fun and games until the wall knocks back. As Michael Lake has kind of checked out to about a 1.5 second lead over Rod Merritt's.
Yeah, Rod not quite leaving him.
Oh, Rod
as I
catches the
say
wall
that,
pretty
yeah.
good.
I was going to say, he probably just scraped off another second or two, or added another second or two there to that lead. Got into the wall there.
Like we said, it's that fine line between the cushion and the wall.
Well,
Yellow
yeah,
flag.
Oh, we got a
back out
yellow.
lap 49.
Oh, Austin Bars got the wrong side up in the air. As it looks like he just entered a little too high in 3 and 4. Caught the gate there in turn 3, and race car backwards is race car upside down spells expensive. Thankfully, we are only here in the virtual world, as Austin will tow his car back to the elevated outdoors hot pit as we see our 4th Oval Track Specialties caution, I believe.
I believe so.
If the math teacher can math correctly. Tell you what, something that surprises me is Chad's fallen back. Chad's all the way back in 7th, which is the furthest back we've seen since the start of the race.
Sure.
So it makes you wonder if it's just he hasn't ventured up to the high side just yet, or is it one of those that maybe he's kind of abused the right rear Hoosier there a little bit.
It's the same way with that 54 car. I'm watching him. He's trying the bottom. He's trying the center. Seen him on the high side, and it just doesn't seem to want to go forward.
So we'll see Lake out on his own for the Delaware double file restart. I apparently can't say that word today.
You're a math teacher, not an English teacher.
Yeah, I teach numbers, not words, for good reason.
How come I remember back in math, a half of math equation was
Well,
words? Yeah, regardless. That's why I sell rocks now.
I'm curious to see what our 4th place car, Brandon Buterbaugh, can do here. He's been showing some speed on the high side, but can he out high side hustle Michael Lake? That'll be the key. That is the king of the top of the track for sure. This green flag is back out in the air. Lake
Green,
will dive to the bottom. Nick gets a good run on the outside. He's, as of right now, will slot into that 4th place position, looking under Tyler Rugia here for 3rd, as they are door to door down the backstretch. See, Tyler's. Oh, Lake's in the wall! Lake's in the wall in front of the field! Big damage for the 27 and the 96.
Yes. It's,
Ooh,
back
that's
there. And
I don't want to call it the commentator's curse, but
yeah,
the king of the high side might have bit a little more than he could chew. There is you just catch that gate in turn 3, and Blake's lucky he didn't end up
yeah, yep.
upside down like Barr did. He was able to drive his way to the elevated outdoors hot pit here as he pulls in to get some service. Is Tyler Rugia also pulls in to try and get that right front put back on.
Yeah. Watching that replay, you know, it's not. Michael didn't do a whole lot different that lap than any other. Just caught that perfect. Boy, it just grabbed that right rear. And
I'll tell you who that puts back in the catbird seat. That's the 54 of Nick Anderson. You know, he drifted back, but
sure,
there went 2 of the high rollers per se.
Yeah. Let's just see now if able to take advantage of that. That doesn't necessarily make that car any faster. Just got Hornet's Nest behind him there on that restart.
Just one of those that he pushed the limits a little too far.
Daniel Collins, Buterbaugh, knocking on the door of the 54 car there. So we'll see what now it happens. Bad break for the 27 and the 96 of Tyler Rugia. Ready to go green. Rodney Merritt's fires.
But the other one that's a big gain from that, and looking to the bottom there, almost 3 wide for 2nd place, is Chad Rugia. So we'll see Budaraw's still gonna knock that outside wall down. It's definitely we've seen that outside wall bite a couple of our drivers.
Yeah.
But Rod Merritts will inherit the lead and hope to pull away here. We are coming around here to complete lap 53, so we'll have 17 to go.
Comes that 94 car of Chad Ruggie. 2 weeks ago, feature winner had to start at the tail of the field. Tonight finds himself battling for that third place position.
Well, if we recall, he started pretty deep in the field last week too, or not last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yes, yep. Car showed tremendous speed there the last 2 visits to, where were they?
We were Cedar. No, wrong class. Knoxville.
They at Knoxville, yes. Was Chad Ruggie able to get to the inside and make the pass on the 4 car?
Still looking at the wrong class. They were at Volusia. My apologies. I've 1 for 3.
Too many classes to keep track of this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Nonetheless, Chad Ruggie showed some great speed here the past few weeks at whatever track we might have been at. Continued to
He's
do
made
so
his way into third.
tonight. Yes, yep. Got himself in podium position starting from tail of the field. Now Daniel Collins to the inside of the 54 car. Make that pass for the 4th position.
Budaraw's looking to the outside for the lead.
Let's get back up there. He sure is. He got it.
Can we see one of our mid-season additions pick up his first win in his rookie campaign here? He's gonna take the lead and actually put quite a gap fairly quickly.
He also had to go to the tail of the field after a pit stop. Is that right?
Yeah, he was involved in an incident, looped it kind of pseudo on his own, and was charged with a yellow, and he's gone from worst to first. Ooh, he's up in the wall.
Yeah, car got real tight on him there as he might have that cushion a little bit. Pushing as he's inside of 10 to go here.
Something happened to Tyler Ruggie. He's now not far ahead of our leaders. I don't know if he just still battling a heavily damaged race car. Or...
Yeah, did he make it out in time for the restart?
He did. He's currently being shown in 9th place, but he's... Oh yeah, that car is definitely skewed in the wrong direction, doing quite the crab walk down the straightaways. He's just doesn't have the speed anymore after that damage. He's more than a second off the pace. He's quite likely going to end up going a lap down, and that's a tough one when the rear end of these cars get knocked out to where they're pointed in the wrong direction. The only thing that car wants to do is push the outside wall. As we've got Colby Kimbrough, lots of damage to the front of that race car. I think it might be another one chalked up to the gate in turn 3. Yep. So he knocked the right front clean off that one. Definitely have quite a few takers here in the elevated outdoors hot pit on. At this point, I've lost track on how many oval track specialties cautions of the evening. As we see Kimbrough trying to get some repairs, and Ruggie trying to get that rear end kind of put back in the right direction. As we are looking at we'll have 6 to go here, so we should be single file here on this restart. So does anybody have anything for our newcomer, Brandon Buderbaugh? One of my teammates on the Mid-South Mafia. It was able to get Chad talked into letting me bring in a third guy that I knew, somebody that I talked to at Hummingbird Raceway's last race about he's been watching us, wanting to get in on the action, and
Gotcha.
Chad was looking to add a few new drivers. So I said, hey, show up, do the test, and don't make me look like a fool, at least any more than I do on my own. At this rate,
Wow.
I don't know there's a whole lot of cars with straight body panels out there on the track.
Right.
Rod Merritt's car looks pretty clean. Chad's car looks pretty clean. Daniel's looks all right. Wings kind of knocked up a little bit on Nick's car. Lake's been in an incident. Barr's been in an incident. Tyler's been in an incident. Colby's been in a few at this point. Chad Barr went from upside down to P7, maybe?
Green flag, green flag.
It's, I don't know that Rod Merritt's is going to be too happy with that that restart. That might have been a little bit of... Brandon might have checked the field up a little bit to get himself a little breathing room, but we got Chad Ruggie sitting in our third and final podium position, and Daniel Collins, like we touched on here at the beginning of the broadcast, that he was the winner at this track as our special, as Lake is in the wall again, broken right front. Is that going to bring out another yellow? No, he'll have to see if he gets to pit road. He does. So he won't bring out a oval track specialties caution. Gets the best thing that Booterball can hope for right now is Rod Merritt's still hot on his tails, and Chad not far behind is where we're getting ready to...
I was going to say, the one putting a lot of pressure on there, Chad Ruggie putting a lot of pressure on the second place car, Rodney Merritt's.
Feels like deja vu, a lot of pressure between these two to Chad picking up the win at Volusia. Have to see if he can make a move, get himself up one more spot here on the podium. I don't know that he's going to have anything for the leader here in the 24s. We've got popsicle sticks in the air, 2 to go. So we've kind of single filed out.
Rodney's showing a little bit of strength there on the inside. Got to show it this lap here.
It's one of those that Rod is just a hair quicker, but I don't think it's going to be enough, as we are working the Smeel Racing Designs 1 to go.
Rod Merritt's on the inside.
Oh, he's there. Is he going to throw a slider? I don't think he's going to be close enough. But he's going to roll that bottom. Hope maybe Booterball makes a mistake. Is Rod going to have the momentum? I think Booterball holds on to it.
What a strong finish there. Our first and definitely second place, Rod Merritt's trying everything he had there at the end. Just couldn't get there, but a hell of a show out of it for sure.
Yeah, so our rookie here will pick up his first win of the year, the 24 of Brandon Booterball out of Indiana. Second place in the 66 will be Rod Merritt's out of, consult my list here, State College. And our third and final podium position, last week's feature winner in the 94 out of Clearfield will be Chad Ruggie.
Yep. Probably say our hard charger.
Yep.
Say for sure.
Working his way from last 11th on the grid, which would have been 11th, 10th technically, I think, to 3rd. Either way, up 7 spots. So he will be our Newcomb Automotive hard charger of the race. As we'll work through the rest of the finishing order here. 4th place will be the 54 of Nick Anderson. 5th, the 26 of Daniel Collins. 6th, the 15 of Austin Barr. 7th, the 96 of Tyler Ruggie. 8th, the 151 of Colby Kimbrough. Lake will officially finish 9th, 4 laps down. Dominic Wright, 10th, 50 laps down. Blaze Harrison in 11th, 55 laps down.
And Brandon has made his way to the announcer's booth. Go ahead, Smeel.
All right, Brandon, one heck of a run. Talk about doing it the hard way, making yourself go from the back there after looping it around there in a restart to working your way. I don't know that there was a whole lot of room there between your right rear quarter panel and the wall there a whole lot of times, but able to make some headway little by little and work your way to the front. So tell us a little bit about your race.
Yeah, that was fun. That was an amazing race. That was a really long race. I really wanted to save from the get-go, especially with 70 laps. I really wanted to save till around 35, 40 laps, and especially, yeah, really spinning myself there did not help my cause, having to make my way back up through the field and try and save tires as well. But I really found a way to run the cushion and really bang that cushion. Meanwhile, keeping the car straight and kind of saving tire, which is really fun. There's nothing like ripping the cushion. It's really treacherous there at Oswego, especially down through 3 and 4. You hit it wrong, man. You can really hurt yourself in your car. But it was really fun. It was a great race. Great race with everybody. It was clean race and amazing. I think we were 3 wide at one point. I know Chad was in the middle of it, at least on my inside down the front stretch. It was just great racing all around, especially all 70 laps. Long race, just trying to save tire. It was really fun. It was amazing.
Yeah, definitely was a great run. We saw that gate in turn 3 catch a few of the competitors and definitely took out 2 of our strong runners with Lake and Tyler Rugy. So ultimately a great run from back to front. So a run like that, tell us who you got to thank.
I just got to thank, first off, Majula C, man. They give out great setups. It especially fit my driving style. It's really great. Great setups, really fast setups. Especially my girlfriend too, man. I play this shit a lot, so I really gotta thank her because I know she's definitely gotta get tired of it. Especially my buddies too. We race a lot of hostess. They especially helped me get better, man. There's nothing like running hostess and getting better. That's really, especially, and you guys really, most of all for putting this on and allowing me to run this great league. Especially you, Smale, for getting me invited and getting me in on this deal. This is amazing. It's great racing with everybody. All three divisions tonight put on amazing racing. It was great to watch and compete in one of them. It was amazing.
All right. Well, again, congratulations on picking up here your first win. Uh, Likely going to see some more wins here for you in our near future, as we'll move on to our runner-up finisher here, the 66 of Rod Merritz. Rod, tell us a little bit about your race.
That wasn't too bad. Kind of missed the fuel setting there. I had to run the bottom most of the race. I know the top was kind of faster in 3 and 4, but I couldn't take the risk and run out of fuel.
You come very strong there towards the end. Made a hell of a race out of it. Car had some great speed. Probably something you just weren't able to show us as you're trying to conserve fuel.
Yeah, I think it was a little better than what you saw at the end when Lake got that gate. I got right front wheel damage. My steering wheel's clocked like 30 degrees to the left that last run, so did what I could with it.
It was a fun race to watch. A lot of action tonight. It's not a track we visit a whole lot, even on our fun nights and practice nights or whatever. But a lot of character in that racetrack, and seen the wall claim a few top running guys. But second place, congratulations on that. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Checkpoint Supply, Quality Hydraulics. Like to thank Chad for finishing behind me this week. Thank you guys for putting this broadcast and stuff on.
Congratulations again, and we'll see you next week, Rod.
See you.
All
and
right.
our third place finisher from the tail of the field, back in the podium, Chad Rugy. Chad, tell us a little bit about your race.
Man, I just I don't know what to say. Things are rolling right now. Some things are going my way. Car was potentially 1 pound of air pressure off of fighting for the win. Just took me 3-4 laps to get it rolling. I think if I'd have dropped some another pound in the right rear, it would have saved enough tire to maybe have a shot at those guys. But man, I can't complain. It was awesome. I mean, to fight my way back up through. And I felt like I was rolling really good there at one point. I just got by Tyler for third, and the caution came out, and I got on the outside and got stuck out there and got all the way back to seventh. And I thought, well, here we go. This is about normal. And then we had that other caution, had some bad luck up front, got back to the bottom, and it felt like I got it rolling again. And I don't know, this is the same car I had at Volusia. It just rolls through the slicks so well. And when it gets slick like that, like them guys are down up at the top grabbing some bite, and on the very bottom, and I can just roll through the middle if I can keep it straight, keep it rolling. But as soon as I check up, I lose some ground. But I mean, overall, what a great race, another good finish, and having kind of like a dream year for me. I never thought I'd be up here in the podium, let alone 3 weeks in a row. So it's definitely awesome.
Yeah, definitely a great string of finishes. Hopefully, you can string a third great finish here together next week as we return to Oswego. So ultimately, a great podium finish for you. So who do you got to thank for being here?
Oh, I just got to thank everybody involved with this. I mean, this league wouldn't be what it is without all the guys that helped me. So it's just, I'm the one that takes the heat, but everybody else helps me keep it going. And I try to spread the heat out, but usually it comes to my way. But that's fine. You know, it just makes me proud though when I watch these races and like you see one or no cautions a race. It's crazy how good everybody is, how respectful everybody is to each other. That's what I strive for, is to be able to have a racing series where you're not getting planted in the wall and ran over like some of them other races out in the world. And man, it's been above my expectations. So I thank everybody and appreciate it all.
Tell you what, just to give you an update here with two great runs in a row, you're currently sitting P2, just a mere 21 points back from Nick. So
Wow, that's awesome.
moved up a spot. You got a 3-point advantage on Rod and closing the gap. So hopefully we can see a strong run throughout the rest of the season here and have you up there battling for a championship of your own.
That'd be cool, man. I never even thought I'd even have a shot at that. So just to be up there being talked about is awesome. So keep chugging along. I'm sure I'll go back to my old ways eventually and be back there putting in the back. But we'll see. This car here has been good to me, so we'll keep taking it to every racetrack that it seems to work until it don't work. So change a little gear and go after it.
Well, we look forward to seeing what you and everyone else in our super late model division can do here next week as we tack another 15 laps on the board and see what you guys can do. So again, great run, and appreciate everything you put into this league as a whole. So we'll look forward to having some more fun here next week before we get a couple more weeks off.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that will conclude. Did we figure out, was this week 7? Like, math teacher can't math. Week 8. It's week 8. So that will conclude week 8 with some great racing across all 3 divisions. So we will see you guys again next week here. Our super late model division will start the card here. Like we had said, another 15 laps, so an 85 lap total here at Oswego.